ancient civilizations that were separated by centuries. And yet, this same pictogram was discovered in every one of them.
They're smiling.
I think they want us to come and find them.
Where will he?
In the vast silence of space, where questions about existence echo louder than any signal ever transmitted, Prometheus unfolds as a haunting exploration of humanity's deepest curiosity. Where did we come from, and why are we here? The film opens not with chaos or destruction, but with something almost sacred, a lone, towering figure standing at the edge of a primordial world. This being, ancient and otherworldly, performs a ritual that feels both like creation and sacrifice. As his body dissolves into the rushing waters below, life begins to form, hinting that the origins of humanity may be far more deliberate and far more mysterious than we ever imagined. From that very first moment, the story sets a tone that is equal parts awe-inspiring and unsettling, inviting the viewer into a narrative that blends science fiction with philosophical inquiry. Years later, humanity has advanced enough to leave Earth behind and venture into the unknown, driven not just by exploration, but by the hunger for answers. A team of scientists and explorers embarks on a mission aboard a massive spacecraft, following a star map discovered in ancient cave paintings scattered across different civilizations. These paintings, created by cultures that had no connection with one another, all point to the same distant location in the universe. To the researchers, this cannot be coincidence. It feels like an invitation, a beckoning from something far older than human history. The mission is funded by a powerful corporation, one that sees not only the scientific value of such a discovery, but also the potential for something much greater. As the ship glides through the darkness of space, carrying its crew in cryogenic sleep, there's an underlying sense that this journey is not just about discovery, it's about confronting truths that humanity may not be ready to face. When the crew finally awakens upon reaching their destination, they find themselves on a desolate moon orbiting a massive planet. The landscape is cold, barren, and eerily beautiful, with jagged mountains and endless storms sweeping across its surface. Yet beneath that lifeless exterior lies something extraordinary, structures that clearly do not belong to nature. These colossal formations, smooth and geometric, suggest intelligence, design, and purpose. For the explorers, this is the moment everything changes. The idea that humanity might not be alone in the universe suddenly becomes a reality, and with it comes both excitement and dread. Because if someone or something created us, then the next question becomes unavoidable. What was their intention? As the team ventures deeper into these ancient structures, they uncover evidence that the beings they are searching for were once present here. Strange artifacts, cryptic symbols, and remnants of advanced technology hint at a civilization far beyond human comprehension. But alongside these discoveries is something far more disturbing, a sense that whatever happened here was catastrophic. The corridors feel like tombs, the air heavy with the weight of a long-forgotten disaster. It becomes clear that this is not just a place of creation, but also a place of death. And as curiosity pushes the team forward, caution begins to fade into the background. One of the most compelling aspects of the story is how it contrasts belief and skepticism within the crew. Some members see this journey as a spiritual quest, a chance to meet the creators of humanity and understand their purpose. Others approach it with scientific detachment, unwilling to accept anything that cannot be measured or explained. This tension creates a dynamic that feels deeply human, reflecting the broader conflict between faith and reason. As new discoveries challenge their understanding of reality, each character is forced to confront their own beliefs, and in doing so, reveal their fears, hopes, and vulnerabilities. But as the exploration continues, the sense of wonder slowly begins to give way to horror. What initially seemed like a monumental discovery starts to reveal a much darker truth. The structures are not simply monuments or temples, they are something else entirely, something far more dangerous. Hidden within them are remnants of experiments, of biological manipulation on a scale that defies comprehension. The idea that humanity's creators might also be capable of destruction introduces a chilling possibility that creation and annihilation are not opposites, but two sides of the same coin. The film masterfully builds tension by allowing the unknown to remain just out of reach. Every new piece of information raises more questions than it answers, drawing the viewer deeper into the mystery. The atmosphere becomes increasingly claustrophobic as the vastness of space contrasts with the confined, oppressive interiors of the alien structures. It's a reminder that even in the infinite expanse of the universe, there are places where escape is impossible. And as the crew begins to realize the true nature of what they've uncovered, the tone shifts from exploration to survival. At its core, the narrative is not just about encountering alien life, but about understanding the consequences of seeking knowledge without limits. The characters are driven by ambition, curiosity, and a desire to push beyond the boundaries of human understanding. But in doing so, they step into a realm where the rules are no longer familiar, where the line between creator and destroyer becomes blurred. As events spiral out of control, the crew is forced to confront the reality that they may have been wrong about everything. The beings they sought as creators may not be benevolent, and the answers they hoped to find may lead only to more questions. The idea that humanity could be the result of an experiment, or even an accident, is both fascinating and terrifying. It strips away the comfort of purpose and replaces it with uncertainty, forcing the characters and the audience to grapple with the possibility that existence itself may not have meaning in the way we expect. The film's visual storytelling plays a crucial role in reinforcing these themes. The stark contrast between the beauty of space and the darkness of the alien world creates a sense of unease that permeates every scene. The technology, both human and alien, feels grounded yet mysterious, adding to the realism of the narrative. Every detail, from the design of the spacecraft to the eerie architecture of the structures, contributes to a world that feels both believable and alien. This attention to detail enhances the immersive experience, drawing the viewer deeper into the story. As the narrative progresses, the stakes continue to rise, and the sense of isolation becomes more pronounced. Cut off from Earth and surrounded by an environment that is both hostile and unpredictable, the crew must rely on their instincts and each other to survive. But as trust begins to erode and fear takes hold, their unity starts to fracture. The realization that they may not be alone, and that whatever else is out there may not be friendly, adds a layer of tension that keeps the story constantly on edge. One of the most thought-provoking elements of the film is its exploration of creation as a cycle. Just as humanity seeks to understand its creators, it also creates in its own image, pushing the boundaries of technology and artificial intelligence. This parallel raises important questions about responsibility and the consequences of playing the role of creator. If humanity can create life, then what obligations come with that power? And what happens when those creations begin to question their own existence? As the story reaches its climax, the sense of inevitability becomes overwhelming. The characters are no longer in control of their fate, and the choices they made at the beginning of their journey come back to haunt them. The truth they sought is revealed, but it is not the revelation they expected. Instead of clarity, they find chaos. Instead of answers, they find more mysteries. And in that moment, the film makes it clear that some questions may never have satisfying answers. In the end, Prometheus leaves the viewer with a lingering sense of unease, not because of what is shown, but because of what is implied. It challenges us to think about our place in the universe, about the origins of life, and about the dangers of seeking knowledge without understanding the consequences. It suggests that the pursuit of truth is not always a noble endeavor, and that sometimes the answers we seek can lead us down paths we were never meant to follow. What makes the film truly compelling is its refusal to provide easy answers. It doesn't attempt to neatly resolve its themes or tie up its narrative in a way that feels comfortable. Instead, it embraces ambiguity, allowing the story to linger in the mind long after it has ended. This openness invites discussion, interpretation, and reflection, making it a film that continues to resonate with audiences on multiple levels. Ultimately, Prometheus is more than just a science fiction film. It's a meditation on existence, creation, and the limits of human understanding. It asks questions that are as old as humanity itself, and while it may not provide definitive answers, it offers something just as valuable: a sense of wonder, a sense of fear, and a reminder that the universe is far more complex and mysterious than we can ever fully comprehend.